everybody, and welcome to my last Lunch and Learn series. I am Helen Panos, Dynamis Learning. It's a K through 12 tutoring, SAT, ACT prep company and executive functioning. Yes, this is my last one. I am cutting this year off in July because there's so much going on in August. As we know, it's back to school time, August 3rd. They're starting early in the metro Atlanta area. Some of you that might be joining us are out of state. I know some of you guys aren't going back maybe to almost Labor Day, but that's okay. Here in Atlanta, we're starting in about a week, believe it or not. So I have Alexa Walker with me today, and we're going to talk about parenting under pressure. This is a good time to talk about that, right? Yep. Understanding your nervous system. So welcome, Alexa. How are you doing?
Hey, Helen. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm doing great. And yeah, you're talking about school starting next week. I'm going...
Yeah, you got kids too, right? Or one child?
Two. I have a 2 and a 4-year-old. Yep.
Yeah. So parents, we all know how you're feeling right about now, or it's getting ready to hit you if it hasn't already. Yeah. So we want to talk about helping you guys out here at the beginning of the school year and longer. So Alexa, why don't you tell them, first of all, who you are, what you've been doing, and your company?
Yeah. So my name is Alexa Walker. I am a maternal mental health therapist. I love working with women and mamas around the stories that we tell ourselves in our hardest moments. That's what Helen and I were just talking about offline a minute ago, of when things start feeling like they're overwhelming or life starts getting extra hard. There's a story that we tell ourselves about ourselves, right? So I love helping my clients understand that so that they can move forward with better decision-making, things that just fit into the life they want to lead. So that's typically what I'm doing in my therapy practice. I am a part of a private practice, and it is Counseling Reimagined, and we are virtual or in person in Swanee, Georgia.
Awesome.
Yes.
And do you do virtual as well?
Yeah, we do. Yep, we have virtual or in person.
Okay, cool. And so we're going to get right into the questions. You mentioned that many parents you work with, I think you've kind of said this to me, they work with discussing carrying guilt, and I will speak right today, carrying guilt, shame, and fear about getting parenting right, so to speak. How do those emotions influence the way we show up with our children?
Absolutely. And I think it's important to first name what guilt is, shame is, and this fear of getting things right. So guilt is, I'll start with shame. Shame is, I have done something bad, therefore I am bad. I've acted a certain way, therefore I am a bad parent. Guilt is, I've done something bad. I wish I wouldn't have yelled. But that belief system about you being bad is not present with guilt. And fear, as we all know, being afraid, but fear is a belief that we have that something is threatening. So a behavior we have or something like that is threatening to the way that we want things to go right? Mm-hmm. So how do these emotions influence the way that we show up with our children? They get us on loops. We have shame loops, guilt loops, fear loops. And kind of like I just mentioned, if we do something, we're like, oh my gosh, I hate that I yelled this morning, and we drop our kids off at school, then maybe we just carry it all day, and then we can pick our kids back up and we try to make up for it, or we overcompensate, or we do the reverse. We shut down, whatever our choices are, but we're just keeping ourselves on these loops. If we're able to break ourselves from those behaviors, identify the behaviors versus what's keeping us on the loop, what behaviors we're doing, we're able to just show up more authentically, and be like, yeah, I messed up and I wish I didn't, or this happened. My kid's having a hard time with school and that's what they call Helen. That's breaking the loop. They call Helen.
Yeah.
Instead of saying in the same homework pattern, right? Like you break the loop.
Right.
And so that's it. It's just understanding my emotions are influencing the way I'm showing up, and how do I want to change that is super, very, very important. It's very, very high level, but very important.
Cool. Yeah. I tell you what, yes, that's what when they call us, is they're in a loop.
Yeah. And that is the powerful point, right? Because they're like, okay, you've had a moment of clarity, like something's got to change. Right. And so the closer, the more you can make that, all the things that happen before you call Helen, all the things that happen before you call me, if you can make that smaller and just go to the action, life's going to be a little bit easier.
Yeah, cool. So you mentioned that while parenting is hard, certain moments seem to hit us harder than others. Why do certain behaviors from our children seem to hit a nerve more than others?
Yes. All the questions we're talking about today kind of feed into one another a little bit. But what interests me the most is not the behavior itself, but the internal dialogue that the behavior activates in us as parents. Um, Trouble with homework, not wanting to get up for school, sports, not wanting to go to sports practice, talking back, whatever it is, that's a behavior.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at just the behavior, you can see, yeah, my kid talked back, but we don't do that. And that's human nature. We have developed brains, but we hear this, oh, my kid talked back. That's so disrespectful. We're not supposed to be disrespectful. Or my kid's having a hard time. They don't want to do their homework. They're so lazy. Or you have this fear of like, I want my kids to be successful, and they're not going to be successful if they don't do their homework, right? So it instills that fear. So I care more about the internal dialogue of what you're telling yourself about your child's presenting behavior. And I know it's so much easier said than done, because when you're in it as a parent, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
You want everyone to be cared for and loved for. However, can you start separating those things? Okay, they're doing a thing. What am I getting out of it? What's the messaging I'm receiving? And then start from there.
Yeah, great. Yep. It's hard sometimes when you're in on something to really see the situation. That's why it's best to talk to someone like Alexa, because I was in a marriage before, right? And not this current one, but you just can't see things. You're so into the situation or whatever, and that goes for kids too. So what's that?
I said 100%. And I'm a parent, and you're hearing from me in a vacuum on a conversation, right? Like I can't even see my stuff all the time. So it's important to have people that can see it for you sometimes.
Yeah, from the outside. Yep.
Yep.
If there was one mindset shift you wish every parent could make to reduce stress, that's about right now, and create more connection at home, what would that be?
Going into this school year, I want to challenge you to stop judging the success of your day based on your child's behavior for that day, and start judging success of that day versus how you showed up, regardless of your child's behavior. Because when we give if we give the success of our day to, oh, well, they had a tantrum, so it was a terrible day. And believe me, hello, I'm a parent. I know I'm speaking from like this vacuum of this moment. But if you can shift yourself to be like, they had a tantrum, or they didn't want to do this thing or whatever, but I stayed calm, or I did a coping skill, or I was able to sit down on their level and say, hey, I love you, and give compassion. Like if I can start judging my success off how I showed up, it's just going to feel so much better. And it takes us back to question one of gets us off that loop, right?
Yeah. Cool. Well, so how can they reach you? People, parents, and anybody listening here.
Yeah. So you can, if you want to set up a 15-minute consultation call about therapy, I am taking new clients, and you can email me at alexa@counselingreimagined.com and just say, I want to have a consult call. Let's see if we're a good fit. And we can do that. And if you just want to follow along, I document a lot of my therapy thoughts and things like that on my Instagram. And that is Alexa Galloway Walker, at Alexa Galloway Walker on Instagram.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. I know Alexa's going to be on our podcast season 16 coming up here in the fall. So be on the lookout on our YouTube channel for that, and on Spotify for the audio. The video will be on YouTube, so it will be there. This feed will be running in Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I think I have it going, all of them. So you can go back and catch this replay. If you have any questions, you can comment below even then. So we'll see it and we'll respond, or I'll get it to Alexa. And I hope everybody has a great rest of whatever's left of the summer. I mean, I know it's still summer, but it's hard to say it's not summer because that doesn't end until like around September 20th.
Right.
But in terms of back to school, it's the end of the summer. Sorry, guys. So hey, I'm not so excited either, really. I'm like, wait, it's too hot. And
No.
so yeah. Anyway, I know, take it easy, guys. Don't over stress over the first week of school. Even now, go ahead and get the supplies, find out what those are, get prepared. The more you have in habit format, getting to sleep early, get them on the schedule this week instead of waiting till Sunday night. I would do it now, like starting tonight. And just get those habits going and talk to them about book bags and just schedules
Yep.
in general. And we do executive function if you need help for 6th through 12th graders and adults. Actually, we do adults. Yes, we do. So everyone, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again soon. I'll be popping on and off doing some Facebook Lives in August. Have an award I have to go get up in Dallas, so I'll be gone for a few days in August, but I'll be here. I'll be working from there too, actually. All right. I just wanted to do a call out to eWomen Network for that award. They honored me for Business Matchmaker of the Year. So that's why I have to go to Dallas. But I just wanted to give a big plug into eWomen Network because it has done a lot for my business. All righty, guys. Bye. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.